What up?
We about to get into it.
I ain't about to get into nothing.
We getting into it
No,
today. Yes, we are.
You straighten y'all up over here, man.
Oh my goodness.
She on one. I ain't studying you, mama.
Every time. It's still, you ain't gonna like it.
I ain't gonna like it.
Because it's leaning too much on your side. Okay.
Perfect. Ah, it's leaning.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
What up, TikTok? You don't stop.
To the...
TikTok, you don't stop.
To the... Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah.
And let me make love to you, girl. You make me feel so good. We can do it till we both wake up.
Yeah. That was
a
pretty
bop.
good.
That was a
Yeah,
bop
that
back
was a
then.
bop.
That was a little bop.
And you know what? I have to say to TikTok, I think it was either last week or week before
2 weeks
last.
ago.
We went live with you guys for a long time.
I wanna set you up.
Okay, baby.
I'm up.
Listen.
I went in there.
You did.
I went in there a little bit.
So y'all went live with us a couple of weeks ago, and we had a DJ kind of situation going on in the house, in the bed. We had a party.
Jones vibe party.
We did, and so thank y'all for hanging with us so
jive.
long.
Hey,
We're gonna have to do that
parties,
again
y'all.
on another Saturday night when we
I'm with that
in the
smoke.
house. Yes. So today,
My TikTok look funny.
it'll.
Y'all look dark as hell over here. I think it's the phone, back. Be real with you. I think it's the phone. Let me see, y'all. Let me see if I can fix y'all. Yeah, it was the phone.
Yeah,
So
there you
now they
go.
got the rap.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there we go.
What
There
up,
we go.
TikTok? You don't stop.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
So, how are you this evening, Mr.
You know
Jones?
what? I'm cool, baby. You know, it's been a long weekend, cool weekend. Had some experiences that happened. Some great experiences. For one, we had a dope jam session, Origins on Thursday. Which
Oh,
was
man.
crazy dope. You know,
Amazing
great
show.
time. And let's see, Saturday got up, went hoop with the fellas. What else I had? Oh, and then y'all keep my boy Elliot Waters in y'all's prayers. You know, y'all hold it down. You know, show some love. And let's see.
What did we do yesterday?
Then we went skating with the kids.
That's right.
We went skating
That's
yesterday.
right. We did.
Hey man, it's so scary on them wheels at a certain age.
We were out there looking like
What's up, Nike?
baby giraffes
No.
on skates.
Whoa, you were looking like a baby giraffe. I was rolling pretty smooth. Babe, I was rolling pretty smooth. I had my little dance groove on the skates.
You didn't look like a baby giraffe at no point.
I mean, not as long as you did.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah, okay, if that's what you say. If that's what you say.
Oh, man. The kids can speak up for us, man. All I know is my baby girl like, dang, daddy, how you skate so good? Like, girl, I'm doing this.
And then today.
Had a good meeting this morning.
Yeah, you started early meeting this morning.
Good meeting this morning. Then Malia,
Went to brunch. Oh, well, I
had
took
a
Malia to dance,
competition.
yeah.
And then good brunch with Ollie and Chris. And Mike and Nash. Baby made some fish today. She fried some fish. She threw down.
Good old pride of the pond catfish.
And listen, funny story. When I first met her, she was talking about this fish. Pride of the pond. Pride of the pond. Pride of the pond. I'm like, so all this time, I've been thinking she was saying Prada du Pont. So I thought it was some real expensive fish, man. Prada du Pont. Y'all ain't had no Prada du Pont. Y'all ain't had nothing, right? And so I went and asked them for this fish, man. Y'all got Prada du Pont? And all along, her little country tail was saying Pride of the Pond. It was never Prada du Pont.
Pride of the pond. There you go.
Say it again.
Pride of the pond.
Prada du Pont.
Y'all, we got a cool subject tonight that we
What up,
want to
sis?
talk to you guys about.
And then Mike and Andrew just left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, we had a good day with Mike and Andrew.
Yeah, and you helped train the babies.
Helped train with basketball camp with Mike today. So.
We've had a very eventful, busy weekend. Today, we have an interesting topic, and we're going to be talking about the importance of setting boundaries, especially when it comes to ex-partners, ex-boyfriends, husbands, girlfriends, wives, whatever. How do you set those boundaries?
Buddies.
And buddies, work wives, and work husbands, what you don't like at all.
That part.
We're going to talk about this because I thought about it earlier this week. Sissy had a post up, and it was basically...
shout out to Sissy Brown.
Yeah, shout out to Sissy Brown. She had a post up, and it was a situation where the husband had an affair with this woman at some point. So she's not really an ex, but okay.
She was the other woman.
She was the other woman, had this affair. It blew up. The husband and wife was able to work through it. And he quit dealing with this woman. Well, supposedly, I don't think he did. But at any rate, they moved on. This is 10 years ago. Now the other woman is in the hospital on her deathbed, hospice, whole 9 yards. And she reached out to the husband and wanted him to come and see her.
Because she was alone.
And so the wife said, that's fine. And he went and saw her one time. When he came back, the husband said that she wanted him to stay with her until she crossed over to the other universe, whatever. And the wife was like, no, you ain't doing that. Expired. Right. And so I agreed with the wife. I was like, absolutely not. She did better than me to let him go to begin with, or be okay with him going to begin with, but let him have whatever closure he needs. But it got me to thinking about exes, period. And so I kind of wanted to get into it.
Yeah. So I think you kind of jumped that story up a little bit.
I did not. Did y'all follow me?
But at the end of the day, I guess she was cool with dude going to see the ex that he cheated on her with. To see her gone over into the afterlife. And I put on Sissy's post, you know, I value everybody's opinion. Everybody's entitled to it. But at the end of the day, I don't put that on the wife. I put that on the husband. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you got to respect the foundation, you know. And if that other woman found herself alone, well, that was a choice too. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have moved on, found you somebody else to where you wasn't alone. And if you signed up to be in that kind of relationship with this dude, well, you was alone by choice. Okay? Because you knew what the situations were. You knew that this brother was with somebody, married to somebody else, and you were the other woman. And you other women need to stand your place. And if you choose to sign that dotted line to be that other woman, understand that you're going to get other woman treatment. You will never supersede the woman, the queen. I mean, understand that. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're not getting the accommodations you want or you need from that person, that husband, or even you men that do the same thing, you decide.
It works on both sides.
And at the end of the day, stay in your lane. And if you haven't reconciled with yourself that I need somebody, and if I decide to keep messing with this person, don't leave yourself out there on the island where you find yourself laid up by yourself and nobody by your bedside. Okay? And that's just part of it. You know, if that's what you decide to do. So I didn't have no sympathy for the woman laid up in the bed. Now, kudos to the wife for saying, hey, you can go ahead. But, you know, we don't know what kind of satisfaction that wife is getting from her work husband. See, you got to be careful with stuff like that. Sometimes that okay, sometimes that okay is like, you know. You know, I had a situation, one of my a friend that, you know, a young lady that he really loved, and they had a great relationship. They, you know, broke up but stayed pretty close. She ended up passing, but he was already in another relationship, and he cried hard. And this woman couldn't understand, why are you crying about this other woman that you broke up with a long time ago? Now, I do empathize with him. But man, go do that in the car.
Yeah, I don't want to
Don't
see
you be crying about no other woman in front of your woman.
Right.
Okay? Just like I don't want my woman crying about no other dude in front of me. Hey, man, you take that to the car. Go out to one of your homegirls.
Right.
Because at some point, you got to respect the boundaries of your relationship and respect your wife, respect your husband, man. That ain't cool. Yeah, you may have had a great time with that person, you know? Great times. And just unfortunately, something happened to him. I think in our relationship, if something was to happen to an ex, we would respect each other's feelings. I mean, she spent 20 years with this dude, 20 plus years, wasn't it? Been with him since college. You know? I can't say that she wouldn't shed a tear or feel some kind of way because they have a bond. They got a friendship. They got 3 beautiful children, right? Take that to the car.
If I'm in shambles, you gonna be this bad.
Take that to the car. You know what I mean? You know, crying on my shoulder about this dude. I feel bad for the kids. Oh, not the baby. You know, but at the end of the day, man, you know, be careful with that. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be very, very careful.
Well, you know, from all of that, we really did want to start talking about. No, you're good. You're good. We wanted to really think about boundaries that should exist between you and ex-partners. And one of the main reasons why we want to do that is because past relationships can influence the current relationship you're in. We've all talked exhaustively about, you know, the baggage that you might bring, the emotional and unresolved feelings or jealousy or the way you react to your person based on baggage that you had from an ex. And so, you know, some of that is that self-work and figuring out, okay, how do I let that baggage go? But if you find yourself, to me, a telltale sign of a problem is when you find yourself mad at your ex when they move on to somebody else.
Yeah, you know, you got residuals. Like Chris Brown said, you know, you got some residuals going on, you know? Me personally, I want to be happy for my ex.
Right.
You know, it wasn't for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we really cared about each other at any point in time. We should care about each other's happiness, in my opinion. So if you found that person that makes you happy, man, I need to be happy for you.
Yeah.
No matter if we worked out or not. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got children involved, right? Man, be happy for that person. Okay? You wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you can't hold nobody hostage, you know, to be unhappy for the rest of their lives because you just wasn't the one to take them over, right? So, you know, if you holding on to some residual feelings about your ex and you salty because they done moved on, get you some business.
Well, the thing about it is nobody is going to admit that's why. Nobody's going to admit
you ain't got to.
They saw that. You can tell, but also when you're that mad at your ex, to me, like when you have these strong feelings one way or another, then you got you got some unresolved stuff that you're working on or that you probably need to work on. And my question would be is why are you so upset about anything going on?
Well, why are you upset now when you had an opportunity to work your stuff out then?
Right.
You had opportunity to change the narrative when you had it. Okay?
Yeah.
And so, you know, don't be mad now. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. You know, you ain't want it it wasn't that important to you when you had it, so move along.
Right.
And be happy about moving along.
Well, you know, let's start by giving some examples of what a person could be doing that would suggest that they need to establish some boundaries with an ex.
Come on with it.
Frequent communication with your ex partner. If you texting them all the time, calling, messaging, sharing personal details about your relationship with your current partner or your life with an ex, you need to set some boundaries. So let's get into that for a second.
Listen, it's cool being cool. Ain't no wrong with being cool.
And we've talked a lot about that.
Man,
we ain't good, but we still good.
Now, I think that's what it needs to be and should be. But at the same time, y'all ain't friends like that no more.
Well, you shouldn't be.
Y'all ain't friends like that no more, man. You know what I'm saying? And why are you communicating with your ex about our relationship?
Right.
Okay?
Oh, he my best friend.
Yeah.
Or he was one of my best friends.
Lord, watch between me and thee, one from another. Go be with them. Hey, man, let me talk about my business to dude.
Right. Like, why would you do that? Why would you ever do that?
Is that ever okay? You know?
Now, if you are communicating with an ex because you all have children, that communication should be specifically about the children. It shouldn't be about anything else. And while we're on it, if you, like, you don't communicate that much with any of them. I communicate.
Nah, man, listen. Baby daddies out there in the world. You got you a good woman. That woman should be able to communicate with your baby mamas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They should have a great relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Or have a relationship of communication. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's very important to have your woman be the spokesperson on your behalf talking to another woman, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your relationship went sour for whatever reason, you have a residual effect in her ears.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. And it be that one time that she feel like you done got salty with her, and now y'all back to square one trying to figure it all out again. I hate her, she hate me, I ain't talking to her no more. Man, let your woman deal with that woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You deal with the man in her life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a great balance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
I think so too. Here's another one.
come on with it.
Unresolved feelings or lingering attachment.
Mm-hmm.
So if your partner is still expressing a lot of love and admiration,
Mm-hmm.
keeping like pictures,
Mm-hmm.
gifts, jewelry,
Mm-hmm.
why do you need a picture of your ex in here?
Because they did some nasty stuff and they remember and they want to go back to it every now and then and go see that nasty video you kept in your phone.
So that's in your spank bank.
That's in the spank bank.
Well, listen, I don't want that to be there.
Y'all don't get mad at me for telling.
I don't want that to be there. So
let it go.
you gotta let all of that go. It, to me, whether you're expressing love and admiration or hatred
Well, you know what?
and any of it.
Let me tell you like this. If they ain't trying to be with them, I'm going to ask you, if they ain't trying to be with them, they know they ain't going back to it, they ain't never going to hit it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like going to Pornhub.
Are you asking me?
No, I'm just saying, it's like going to Pornhub, right?
No, it's not. It's not just like going to Pornhub. To me,
It's nasty, it's dirty, it's freaky,
it's
kinky.
people you know. It's people you got access to.
It's a safe place, probably.
No. No.
Go ahead and get rid of it, please.
Get rid of it. You need to clean out. You
Go
need
get
to
rid of it.
withdraw and donate.
Wipe it out.
Back to them. Give them a refund for all of the spank bank you got.
Yeah, I tried to,
You
It ain't
do
work,
that.
y'all. My bad, players. I tried to throw one out
No,
there for you.
no.
Lifeline.
It's too much porn out here for you to be sitting up trying to look at somebody you already dealt with.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't do that. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Because then I feel like you're reminiscing. Like, no.
You ain't never reminisced?
No. With you? Absolutely not. Auntie, you take my whole mind. Wow, your ass is up.
I'm nasty. I might think about a midget or two. You know what I'm saying?
Two chops to the throat.
You know what I
Two
mean?
chops to the
Hey,
throat.
baby, get on both knees. Crawl over here.
Yeah, what you doing? Don't listen to nothing he talking about. Don't listen to nothing he talking about. But, you know, if you find that you have if you are doing those things, you have some unresolved feelings or a lingering attachment that you really do need to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one. Prioritizing your ex over your current relationship.
Hey, man, look, y'all doing all that. Y'all trying to get back together.
Well, let's think about dating. When you're dating, you about 2, 3, 4 months in.
Mm-hmm.
Your ex wants something, needs something. Your new boo, y'all got plans to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, still, you should never prioritize an ex over your current partner, no matter what's going on. But I do have an example.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually did this. This
What we
is a
did?
real thing.
What I?
So
What I do?
right after, let me see.
Okay, I'll give you one. What do you think?
Okay.
I had an ex who had a blowout or flat. And she called me. Now, it was my baby mom. My daughter's mom. And she felt that I should come because that's my daughter's mom. The issue with that was she had moved on in a whole nother relationship. But I think he may not have been available. I don't know what it was, but she decided to call me and obligated me to come help. I said, in case your man ain't there, that's why we have AAA. Call AAA.
Yes.
Because at that moment, I respected him. And I got to set the tone that I'm not your refuge anymore. Right? So, did she like it? I don't think so. And I think she didn't like me for a while after that. She may not have understood how disrespectful that could have looked to her current guy. Right? But I did, because I wouldn't want her calling her ex because she hadn't had a blowout. You better call AAA. Matter of fact, your daddy taught you how to get out there. You know how to use that jet. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to be careful with who we decide to call. Right? And that wasn't cool to me. It wasn't because I was just being ugly or nasty. She might have felt that way, but it wasn't about that. It was about me saying, you can't do that no more.
Also, another one that I would use as an example, because sometimes it's not that they need you for that, but sometimes it might be you trying to preserve their feelings or how they feel about something.
Yeah.
And so when Kobe was getting ready to graduate, my ex felt away. Right?
For him to graduate?
No, for you to come. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He felt away.
I gave that big old hug.
He gave him a big hug and it was all right.
I know he wanted to body slam, but that's a big dude.
But my position was, I understand how you feel, but you can't tell me who can come to support me or who can come in to support Kobe, because at that point, he knew Kobe, right? You knew Kobe. You knew my family. You knew all of that. And so I see this a lot with exes, especially where children are involved. I don't want your new girlfriend to come to the party, the birthday party. I don't want you don't bring her here. Don't bring him there. Yeah. And here's the thing. I don't care what you might feel as the mother of that child or the father of that child. If your ex-partner has moved on, that person that they moved on with is a part of your child's life at that point.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not. So the main thing that you have to figure out how to do is to ascertain if this individual is a decent human or not. Not if you like them or not. Not if they who you would have picked or not. But is this individual somebody
good for my
that's
child.
Good for my child to be around or not?
And I'm trusting your vetting.
Right. Like if you can't trust the judgment of your ex, then I don't trust your judgment because you picked him.
They trusted me.
Right? Yeah. And so doing that, prioritizing what somebody else wants over what your partner, the one you with, wants, problematic.
It's a problem.
You need a boundary. You need a boundary right there. Involving an ex in major decisions.
Break that down.
Okay. So if you are having to involve an ex anytime that you are trying to make a major decision that's important to your life or whatever, that's a problem. Now, with the caveat, there are situations where you need to talk to your ex if you're making a major life change.
If you got children or something?
If you, for example, if I had small kids and I wanted to move, my job is saying that I got to go somewhere else, I need to move, obviously you got to talk to that other parent about that. So that's a different situation. And many times you might have to talk to an ex, especially if you have small children, around major life things, right? If you, God forbid, have gotten really, really sick, you might have to communicate that because you're both having to be parents. But if you don't have kids, there is never, ever a reason for you to communicate any kind of activity, major or minor, to your ex.
Yeah, you know, they had a movie about this. Why Did I Get Married? And everybody hated Mike.
Still hate Mike. People still hate Mike. Sorry, guy that played Mike.
And Mike had this stronghold over her heart. And when that brother got sick, he called on her, and she came running. So who do you blame, Mike or her? Because she was in a whole nother relationship. You know, that's an impact to your person. Okay, how cool they are. And if your person knows that your ex can pick up the phone at any time and you come running, I'm going to give some divorce papers quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's a shame. All right? That's messy business.
Yeah.
That is the epitome of not moving on.
That's nasty work.
That's nasty work.
Can I give a caveat to that?
I want the caveat.
Okay.
I ain't got no caveats neither.
I got a caveat to that. Because there are people who are divorced and have great relationships with the unit, the new unit.
Yeah, it's different
thing, right?
If everybody's still rolling right, you know.
Man, like I think about, you know, my brother. I to a certain degree, I think about me and you. If you have the level of respect I need you to have, and if you involve my husband too. If Damien called you and said, "Hey man, I need help.
I'm gonna help."
But I feel like it should come from you.
Right.
Like I would never want him to call me and think he could get me to do something.
Right.
Because he can't. I'm gonna always come to you first.
Right.
Always. And I think that's the way that you do it.
That's I got that flogger in there.
I think, to me, I think that's the way you would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's order to that. So if you are,
you're right, Jeremy. They ain't an ex if you're doing all that. Y'all still got something going on.
Right. So involving in, you got. He's so excited. There you go.
No, I ain't doing it.
All right. Involving in some major decisions, you need some boundaries. All right. Another one: lack of transparency and secrecy.
Again, if you're doing all that, you still got something going on. You know, even if you are a step parent in this situation, right? Yes, there's somebody else's child, but you are the first line of communication in that household. Yes, the father on the other side or the mother on the other side needs to be in that communication, but that first line of communication is in your household. And then you start to say, okay, well, let's reach out to her, let her know what's going on. Let's reach out to him, see how they feel. You know what I'm saying? But when those two parents start making decisions for a child that you're now also taking care of, and you ain't included in that,
that's a problem.
I mean, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because we ain't bought into this unit at that point. You know what I'm saying? We hadn't bought into this full team dynamic, you know, team-child dynamic. You know, we playing with this thing. Or you playing with me, or I'm playing with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if that child don't see a full unit working together cohesively and y'all making strategy plans for this child without me or without her involved, you know, y'all go together.
Right.
That ain't no marriage.
Right.
Y'all go together.
Y'all go together. I agree. You know, anytime I've had any communication, you always know it. You always know.
Likewise.
And I just think, to me, anything you doing, whether it's with an ex or just somebody else out here in these Facebook and Instagram DM streets, if you are communicating with people and you gotta hide it, you are a problem.
Listen,
period. Why you shouldn't have to hide nothing.
First off, let me tell y'all about these DMs. Ain't nobody going up in your DMs if you ain't somewhat throwing hints out there that you are about it. Now, not to say that somebody ain't gonna slide in every now and then, try to holler at you, throw their shot, shoot their shot, right?
Right.
But if you get constant DMs, you need to change how you present yourself.
Right.
If that
Check
ain't
your
what you
profile
want.
picture.
You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want,
right.
you're gonna keep doing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
because it's attractive to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting you high.
Mm-hmm.
It's keeping you engaged, and you like the engagement, right?
You like the attention.
But don't come out here acting like you don't like that attention.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they in my DM. Yeah, you do. Your titties was out. On your profile pic. You was shaking it with your girls. At the club. Y'all was outside. And you had your little skirt on and kept coming up and you kept pulling it down, kept coming up, you kept pulling it down, kept coming up, and you can't pull it down. And you wonder why they in your DMs. Hey fellas, your wife wonder why, or your girl wonder why these people up in your DMs. You know why they in your DMs. You flexing. You got your girl. You got your gray sweatpants on, and you just woke up, and you took a picture. You know why people in your DMs.
Yeah.
Okay?
And stop acting like you don't.
Quit acting like you don't. Okay? You know what you're doing. Okay? You like the attention. Now, if you like the attention, you need to tell your person, I like the attention.
Right.
It's flattering. I ain't fooling with nobody. But it is kind of, whatever.
You ain't fooling with nobody yet. Ain't nobody gonna keep on throwing their line out there and throwing their line out there just to throw their line out there. It ain't that many people that's doing catch and release.
Ain't nobody releasing much.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What is it? What are you looking for that you have to hide what you're doing? I'm gonna tell you what you're looking for. You know what? People break up for different reasons, right? Sometimes it wasn't because the sex was bad, right? Sometimes it wasn't because the finances wasn't right. Sometimes it wasn't because it was cheap. You was in that relationship for something that you really liked, and you dealt with a whole lot because that thing kept you attached. Most people's problem is a sexual attachment, right? A lot of times. So when you break up with somebody and you go by there because y'all got a kid, you picking the kid up, and today y'all cool. And she feeling, and you feeling, and you're familiar with it. So it's easy because it's familiar to just slide up in it one more time. And that one more time become a habitual pattern, right? And so now it's turning back into something. And all you're doing is blending a new batch of toxicity from a relationship that you done already left. But that sex is going to get you in trouble with that person again. And it's going to put your new relationship in huge jeopardy. And you already have put it in jeopardy, right? So a lot of times, man, you hiding it because you know you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Just like we hide anything else, right? Right? So if it's something that you can't divulge to your person, you know why you ain't telling. You scandalous, player. You know what I'm saying? Just go and keep it 100. You know, so at the end of the day, man, let's be adults and quit acting stupid. Like we don't know. All right, I'm going to say it just like, quit acting stupid, man. We ain't going to ask no dumb question when we know the answer. You still hitting your baby mama. What dude named Michael not Michael, the other dude on Why Did I Get Mad? You know what I'm saying? He kept messing with Keisha, right? His baby mama. Right, you know right. Oh, I ain't get it from you. I got it from Walter. Right. He waiting on you to say something. Touchdown! You know what I'm saying? But let's stop acting crazy, man. We know what we're doing out here in these streets, messing with your baby mama. And again, why you got them old videos and old pictures in your phone? Right. Because you reminiscing. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a quick fix, and that's it. I will tell you for sure, any behavior that you have to hide is problematic. Period. Man, I can't hide the fact that them little people, I got a little thing. Whether you, listen, even if you're thinking about lying or procrastinating or procrastinating.
Procrastinating.
She be messing me all the time, man. I mess up words. When I catch it, y'all.
Procrastinating. Or not doing what you're supposed to do at work.
Yep.
Or getting fired from work.
Right.
And not saying nothing.
Well, my stepdad
Messing
ain't
with
that
the-
bad.
messing with
I
the
skip
money.
school, he skipping work. What you doing home? What you doing home? Don't tell mama.
Right.
Don't you tell mama.
Listen, my stepdaddy did too. One of them, he had it bad. But, you know, anytime you're hiding anything, it's a good indication. You know, people, even with porn or gambling or eating disorders, any of those, drinking, like as soon as you got to sneak and drink, alcoholic player.
Do you think hiding porn is a bad thing?
I think that if you have to, you need to reevaluate your communication with your person.
Like, say for instance, I ain't know you came back to the house after you left and I was still at home.
Mm-hmm.
And that morning I'm in the bedroom, I'm listening to make sure everybody gone. Right? I slide that laptop open, I'm trying to get something done, and ain't nobody in here. Hey. And you pop in the room.
Uh-huh.
It ain't that I'm hiding. You just,
But
ain't nobody doing nothing. Is that hiding or am I embarrassed at that point?
okay, if you're asking me personally about you in particular,
Yeah, me.
you would never. You'd be like, "Babe, look." You wouldn't hide. That's why I can't say.
Hey, look what she doing.
Right, babe, look, you got to see this. So, but if you gotta hide it, it's something. It's a reason.
I think it's a problem.
It's a problem.
I think you already know your person ain't cool with it.
And if your person ain't cool with it, women, why are y'all not cool with that? Like, why does I don't understand
That's a great question. Why?
Women and men, why are y'all not cool with that? It's a fantasy. It ain't hurting you. It ain't hurting them. Let them have it. And but.
Hold on, here we go with the but. You just said let them have it, never got a but.
Well, you don't believe that sex addiction is a real thing.
No,
And
I do. Kurt Franklin had it.
Okay. He don't believe it's a real thing.
I do. No, I believe some people have way higher sex drives than others. And I think there is a such thing as a nymphomaniac. I know that to be for sure.
Right. And so to me, when you are exhibiting behaviors where you got to sneak and do it, or you spending money to do it, or you hiding something to do it, there is a problem there. I mean, it just is.
Hey,
Irma Jane, that's okay. But there's a problem there when you have any behavior that you feel like you need to hide. You need to really, really reassess. If you sneaking off and smoking some weed, or sneaking off and doing something like, and you don't want anybody to know that. I say that from somebody who has tried to hide something before.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And so there is a fundamental problem if you feel like you have to hide anything. All right.
Don't hide your porn. Let them see it.
Let him see it.
Let him
Because he
see what
showed
you
enough
watching.
videos. He ain't hiding nothing. For sure. He not. They're talking about it. He gonna jump
Irma,
and
your
hide.
cousin over here tripping.
He gonna jump and hide. Ain't doing that. Boy, you ain't never. You ain't never. You ain't never.
Y'all,
Okay.
look, guys, quit hiding. Let her walk into it. See what happens. If she bust in the room, y'all mid, just
Well,
let it
some women
See
are
what
gonna
happens.
some women are gonna be upset by that.
Well, they won't know until they
And
see.
some men would be upset if they walk in and
But
saw
they
their
won't
wives.
know until they see for themselves.
Yeah. To all the people who have a problem with it, comment please right now and tell me why. And I'll come back to that because I don't understand why you would have a problem with it. Me personally.
Try it. Just don't stop. See what happens.
All right, we got one more.
All right.
Jealousy, possessiveness, or control. So this is so good. If your partner
Which one
is
you on? Cheat on your page.
6.
Oh, okay.
So if you are possessive or controlling about what your ex is doing, there's a problem. Let me give them an example.
Come on with it.
If you are using any leverage to keep your child away from your person, if you weaponizing your baby, man or woman, if you are saying, I don't want them over there with my kid, If you're doing any of those behaviors,
oh Lord,
you are absolutely trying to control your ex. In my mind.
yes.
And if
even to
you're
the
doing that,
point where it's saying that you don't want your children around, they new boyfriend, they new girlfriend, and you can't
Right.
control their household and what they do with their life. Chill out.
I'm telling you, that's one that people do a lot.
I don't trust me.
A lot. You know, they are trying to control an ex's house or what they got going on, or what their ex got going on, or just gossiping all the time about it. Like, why are they on your mind so much that that's all you talking about?
That's because they miss you and they missing their residuals.
Get on out of here with that.
They can't
Get on out of here with that.
You the one gave them that good.
So, you on one tonight.
I'm just saying, man. You know, left them with their residuals. Better not give him my nickname. What did you teach that I taught you?
Residuals is the theme song for tonight, is
It
it not?
is. We should have started with that.
We should have started with residuals.
What'd you say, Brandon? Then you have not moved past them and want to get back with them. That's good. Sometimes you ain't gotta want to get back with them. You just want that control to be able to get in them when you want to. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no matter if you want to get back with them. You want to know you have that kind of control to get with them whenever you choose.
Right.
And the same goes with them. I know if I call him, he gonna find a way to get over it.
Yeah.
It's a dirty game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game. And if you start getting in that game, then you're gonna screw your relationship up that you're currently in.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll keep messing your relationships up. That's just what's gonna happen. Because y'all so toxic with this dirty game that you keep playing with each other. This is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It's filthy. It's nasty work.
It really is. What do you think about being social media friends with exes?
I'm cool with that. Listen, it's social media. Now, shout out to KP, right? That's my homie. You know that, right? Silly as heck. Been silly from day one. And I don't see nothing wrong with sharing silliness on social media. Or if you know somebody has a certain political view or religious view, you be like, I know she gonna, I'll see what she think about that. But you already set the boundaries with that kind of relationship, and your person knows about the relationship. Hey man, if your person cool with it, then okay. But if your person ain't cool with it, respect that person's wishes, man. Because the household is way more important than everything on the outside, right? If your household ain't peaceful and moving free the way that y'all need it to move, it ain't worth bringing distortion. Is your ex really that worth it?
Yeah.
It's ex for a reason. Even if y'all cool, but your man ain't cool with it. Or your woman. And maybe it's a level of maturity. Maybe over time they start maturing because you've given them much more reason for them to believe that.
And trust.
And they ain't trying to get together. They just cool, right? Just give your person an opportunity to be heard and respected. And if your person is saying, hey, I just don't like that, then your answer should be, okay, I'm not going to do that. Because that's the person you chose to be with.
Right.
That's your person by your own choice,
Right.
your own doing, okay? And that ex,
Right.
it don't matter
Right.
how they feel. Leave it alone. Okay, one more question. What is it when they have moved on with someone else, yet still upset with you with what you did?
That's
nothing
a
you can do
them
about that.
problem. That's not a you problem.
Man, we ain't saying nothing to be restricted for no audiences, man. Y'all
Right.
tripping on TikTok, man. I ain't even said nothing.
No.
I ain't even used my favorite word, Tinder D, today. You know what I mean?
Listen, to me, that's a them problem. If they mad at what you doing, so they ain't got to be around you at all. And even with that social media, I will say this. I think if Kay was messy, I would probably have a bigger problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of that has to do with how an ex moves.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a problem with you being friends with your exes. You don't have a problem with me being friends with mine or having at least a decent relationship. We ain't, we ain't going out to dinner and lunch and stuff, but we like each other. We cordial, all the things. But if an ex is causing problems in our relationship, every time you post, they liking, loving, putting comments, so
and y'all
handsome.
got smoked some kind of way?
Right. You commenting, or she commenting, so handsome. What you doing, ma'am?
I mean, what you supposed to say?
What you doing, ma'am? And
what's she supposed to say?
Well, you got salty for this long. Why?
Because she went on a date.
Boy, I couldn't. I know you didn't say that. I did not. I'm gonna fight you. I did not. No, I'm not even talking about that.
I'm not even talking about your date.
I didn't go on a date. I went on a business dinner that I paid for. I'm not gonna. You ain't taking me down this rabbit hole tonight. He is not taking me down this rabbit hole. Listen.
What was you asking me to say?
No, what I was saying was D'Angelo. D'Angelo, yes, the singer D'Angelo. Years ago.
What happened?
Oh, yeah, how do you not remember this?
I remember Boris. When you got sick and couldn't go see Boris.
Because you had put a hex on me.
Did.
Listen, D'Angelo, I had commented my favorite or something like that.
Shout out to D'Angelo.
Shout out to y'all need to watch Sly Lives.
Yeah,
I think
D'Angelo look good on that, man.
He looks so good, but that movie, we
that.
had no idea the impact that Sly and the Family Stone made.
Right.
I digress. Let me come back around. I had commented on one of his posts and said, "You are my absolute favorite, love you, whatever."
Nah, it was some more context
no,
with that.
It wasn't.
It was
no,
like
it wasn't.
She was rubbing on herself.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. And that was maybe 6-7 years ago. It was a long time.
No, it wasn't long ago.
No, it was long ago. It was in a time that I've been with you, but it was long ago. And he hearted it lately, like.
Oh, so you saying you sent it years ago and
yes,
he just hearted it?
And he hearted it lately. And when I got the notification, I was like...
Making a move on my girl, man.
I told Corey, I was like, oh my goodness, D'Angelo hearted this.
And
now,
I said, so?
So? Don't nobody care about that. And I'm like...
D'Angelo. I'm still waiting on Sanaya and Regina King, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of jealous that he said something before my little crusher said something. You know what I'm saying? That kind of made me feel something like, how you going 7 years ago? You know what I'm saying?
But my point is, people do get to feeling away if people are commenting on something.
I got a little razzle dazzle.
You got razzle dazzled a little bit, so no, bro.
She like that though. She like.
Don't be.
Make you feel good.
No, it didn't.
It didn't make you feel good that I got razzle dazzled. The dude was trying to.
I
peed on that leg already. Mark my territory. I got a little razzle dazzle. D'Angelo, how does it feel?
I know. He is back in fighting condition, y'all. Turn the slide.
It did look good,
Slide the Family Stone.
Hey, YOLO, you on tour, bro. We there. For real,
yes,
for real.
for sure. Because I am an absolute fan of D'Angelo.
Been that
don't want to date you. Never did. Not even on the How Does It Feel video. I did not. I was not checking for D'Angelo. Boris Kojo, absolutely.
You wasn't checking
But
for naked D'Angelo. How does it feel? He had no, and sweat came out of nowhere.
No, I was not, because I don't like cornrows.
The cornrows bother you?
It bothers me. I don't like them. I just don't.
He still got them. So we good over here.
I don't like that. I wish you wouldn't. And then you with cornrows. Like, what is happening?
Man, let that man live.
Well, if he want to. It don't do it for me. It don't do it for me. You do it for me.
Look, that is fireworks.
You got your fireworks.
Yes.
You got fireworks everywhere. So couple of things. How we looking on time?
Are we good? We good.
Okay.
Y'all good? Y'all feeling all right tonight?
Y'all feeling good?
Y'all feeling good?
Couple of things I want to make sure that so we can put a button on this whole boundary conversation.
We're almost done, Miles. Okay. The little producer over here, you know.
I know not yet.
Not yet, bro.
The boundaries that I want us to make sure that we are always thoughtful about If you have started a relationship, even if it's a brand spanking new relationship, as my beautiful, brilliant, incredible, incomparable husband said, an ex is an ex for a reason.
Absolutely.
They should not have that much dominion on your new life. After y'all broken up, you moved on. So I don't care if it's a brand new blind date and your ex calling you while you sitting at the blind date. Don't answer. Don't answer. Why is he even feeling free enough to call you? Period.
What's that
It should
song
be
you
over.
hate when our old boy talking about, I know you got a man. But I know
Oh,
you
I hate
got a
that
position.
song. And you know Chris Brown is my nephew in my head.
Yeah.
But I hate that song.
Are you up right now? But I know you got a man. You gonna give it up.
I hate that song.
Man. I like that song.
Nephew Chris Brown in my
I like the
head.
song, but it's a bad message, man.
Horrible message. Horrible message.
Horrible
She's telling you, man, I done moved on, and here you come back again. Why?
Why?
Why are you back again?
But that's toxic, man.
It is. But when you're setting those boundaries, you need to set them and make sure they're clear. You need to make sure. You need to make sure that you tell them don't call. In fact, block them. You don't gotta block them forever.
Listen,
but
if your
block
ex
them
is a
for
problem
while.
like that, you gotta block him.
Yeah.
I mean, but you gotta set the tone, man. You gotta set the tone. I don't care if you know what I'm saying. You gotta set the tone with your ex, though. That you know, I didn't want to hurt my ex feeling when I told him, man, you can't call me to come bail you out because you're tired and blew out. That's somebody else's job now, and you gotta figure that out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I have to be respectful to mine. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important for me to be respectful for hers. You know, be respectful to that guy.
Right.
Because she wasn't respecting him at that time. And she may not even thought of it that way at the time. That, dude, I'm not even giving him an opportunity. I immediately called the person I know would be there.
Right.
You know what I'm
Muscle
saying?
memory.
Muscle memory, you know.
The other thing I'll say is to all the families out there, y'all need to stop being messy.
Ooh, you feel
and
like
respect the
you got to
boundaries.
break up with the whole family?
Listen, I don't need you.
You got to ex the family too?
You got to break up. Like, you got to break up.
But your mama
My
not giving me sugar.
Like, you got to break up. You don't get to keep on. And I would be livid if my family was inviting an ex to something we had going on. And that's the thing. Like, maybe your mom liked, and I feel convicted when I say this, sometimes mom can like exes.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
It's not, and sometimes it ain't that we dislike the current. We just also might like an ex.
Built a relationship, rapport.
Built a relationship. But I can tell you what I would not ever do. I would never invite any of my kids' exes to anything. Because I have too much respect for my child and their relationship.
Right.
And there are times when moms and dads, man, I really wanted dads. I really like this guy for my daughter. And so, and I don't like this new one you bringing around. So I'm going to invite the one I like.
Petty.
Fathers,
Murphy.
y'all out here being petty.
Petty Murphy.
Now, so families, don't be doing that. Stop being petty. Stop being messy. The other thing that you and I had a conversation about that we actually disagree quite a bit about. I'm going to end with this because we got several people on here right now and I just want to hear y'all's thoughts. I believe that if you are a particular age, and for me, I'm saying 45 and up. If you are black in particular, okay, I believe that it is not a humongous dating pool in most cities. So I'm going to talk about the two cities I know best, Little Rock and Nashville. I know 90%, I would say 90% of the people, the available men in Little Rock. And I say available men because, listen, no shade to any other ethnicities. I am not a woman that would be comfortable dating anything other than a black man before I got married, right? I don't want one that ain't black. I know all of them. I know them all. Them all. And my ex-husband knows most of them. And my friends probably knows most of them. So because of that, you have a smaller dating pool. And because you have a smaller dating pool, I think that we need to revisit the girl code and boy code. My boy's code.
No.
He don't want to revisit it at all. I think y'all need to revisit it a little bit. Now, I'm not saying, and I'm shout out, I always have a reason to shout out the LGBTQ community. So shout out to y'all. One thing that gay men in particular do well.
And I don't know if you got enough of statistics.
I do have a lot of statistics. I don't have a gay friend. I got a bunch of friends that are gay. A bunch. Enough, of all different ages, all different ethnicities. I got enough to make a good sample. What I've been told is that they routinely date people that another one of their, like an ex or one of their friends dated, because they have a smaller dating pool. Okay?
But how they making so much movement and noise out here with that such small pool of people?
7%. That is 4.7%. That is the population of the LGBTQ community in Nashville, in Davidson County. 4.7%. That's a small dating pool, right? Now, what I'm saying is, if you are a woman of a particular age or a man, I don't think that you should
get to it, man. You keep bouncing around this thing, man. Come on with it.
I don't feel like people that a friend of yours or that you dated should be off limits to a friend of yours all the time. I feel like there's levels to that. If you went out on a couple of dates with a person and then your friend ends up dating them at some point, why is that a problem?
Oh, okay, so if you went out on a few dates with somebody, not somebody you were exclusive with.
Right. Now,
that ain't what you said earlier. That ain't.
Let me.
I'm trying to switch the argument up.
No,
baby.
I said I'm different because my ex-husband, if he was not dating somebody, if I knew somebody that I thought would be a really good catch for him, I would say, hey, I want to fix you up with this person. Okay? Now, again, that ain't necessarily
one of your
friend of
homegirls.
Now, but I called Keena's name. I said Keena. I ain't saying that you need to date my ex-husband, but that was my example, because if I said Keena is going to date Damien, or if I thought Keena should date Damien, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Why would she want your nasty leftovers anyway?
Well, my leftovers might not be nasty. It might just not have been for me.
So, first off, I think
which they would be a horrible couple. So I would never suggest that, but I'm just saying.
Men have a different code of philosophy, I think. And y'all speak for yourselves, brothers. But if I know that you've had certain interest in this person and you spent a significant amount of time in relationship life with that person, and I know the ups and downs of that relationship because you also have confided in me about that relationship, and then I go and start dating that person, I, as that person who used to date him, gotta believe that that wasn't no new connection.
But see, to me, well, no, what I'm saying is Keena, I haven't confided in Keena about that. But Keena's a new friend of mine since I've been living in Nashville. I wouldn't want him to date Lena. That would be disgusting.
But you said, well, hold on. It's still a shallow dating pool.
It's still, but I'm saying.
You can't, hold on.
What I'm saying, babe, if you out here dating.
I think it's convoluted. Just leave that alone.
No, I don't think you should. I think that if you have been dating somebody and you just went on some dates with them, I don't think that you should.
If it's like that.
Yes.
But if it's your homegirl that was coming to the cookout, your bridesmaid that was in the wedding.
No, I know. Of course not that.
Well, I mean, that ain't what you were saying earlier.
I said Keena.
Okay. But still, that's your homie, though.
But
that's
Keena
your homie.
wasn't friends of ours, like me and him.
No, but that ain't what you and Angie was saying earlier.
That's what I said early. That's what I said. I said Keena.
That ain't what me and Mike heard. But at the end of the day, I say, if it's somebody that you just went out with a couple of times and y'all were cool and it didn't flourish, okay, I get that. But if it's somebody you actually had a for real foundation with,
yeah, no,
that's
I don't
off
think
limits, man.
that's
It's
off
just,
limits.
you
But
know, that's not a good look. Let me say that.
That's
It's
not a good look. That's not a good
That's
look.
just like my homeboy dying, and I come in and why would you even have that thought today? Exactly.
What do you mean?
Why would you even have a thought to mess with your homeboy's ex? Like, to me, you always had that thought.
Right.
To me, that's always been something you fantasized in your mind.
Right.
And you waited on the opportunity to jump on it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem with you.
I understand that.
You dig what I'm saying? I got a problem with you, and I can't trust you as my boy. We ain't brothers like that no more.
But y'all heard what I was
Right,
saying?
I get it now.
Okay.
You explained it a whole lot better than
Okay.
what y'all were talking about at the bar.
Right.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, I think that if you have gone on some dates with a person,
Will you feel the same if the person left you with really bad blood? I wouldn't want that for her.
well,
That's
first of all,
if
I gotta
you
trust you.
confided in your friend and your friend know the damage in that relationship, and they still decide that they want to be with that guy, it ain't nothing you can do about it. But I'm gonna throw both of them away. Mm-hmm. Both of them.
Also, I think that, I don't think, first of all, I don't
What up,
think
on?
that it
Big
needs
bruh?
to be a person that you know that knew both of y'all and all of that kind of thing. But I do believe
If you just
for the
went out with
15th
somebody,
time,
no, ain't nobody. Hey, we
that
heard you.
if you-
Y'all heard her, right?
if you are going on a date with a person that you do not, if you are going out on a date with somebody and you've gone out a couple of times with them and it didn't work out,
And
I
your
do not
homeboy
believe.
and your homegirl pull up on
Especially, and I'm gonna tell you something else. For the people who might be out here on a first date or a second date, you know pretty quick
if it's something.
if it's something or not. And hey, women, if you are going out to eat, and that's why you going
Oh
to
man,
eat,
thank you, Jonathan Brown.
and that's
Thank
the
you for
only,
getting the book, man.
only reason why you going is so you can eat. Y'all dead wrong for that. Dead wrong.
I mean,
Don't go-
hold on.
They are.
I get it,
You
but hold
know
on.
good and well if you want to.
But I got something to help them with. Though. If
Everybody
y'all
pay for their
expecting to
own?
get that, and if y'all expecting to eat for free, we want to beat for free.
No.
Oh,
You can't-
it's even
no.
a playing field.
No.
So if
no.
y'all coming on, if they coming out here and they want to use the brothers for a free meal, right?
That's why I'm saying don't. Because that, first of all,
So
there's no
don't
expectation of
think-
sex on a. Because just because we jive, like that does not mean you went on a date with me. You can't. think
And I
because
expected that sooner or later I was gonna get in the
sooner or
job.
later, not today.
I
What are you talking
would
about?
have took it.
Well, you wouldn't have got it. Like,
I was showing
you-
up on try.
You
So
wouldn't
that's what
have
I'm
got
saying, man. You ain't dating nobody without the expectation of probably getting them jobs. A woman know from the very beginning of meeting if that man has potential to be one that she would sleep with.
What? I'm not saying that, but you acting like that. You should expect that the first date. That's not what we saying.
Well, if it happens, it happens.
If it happens because she wanted it to, not because he paid for that funky Red Lobster dinner.
So
like,
don't
I
go,
owe
like you
nothing.
said, and I appreciate what you're saying. Don't go to dinner just to get no free meal out
Right,
of
because
her.
if you like, a
Because
lot
if
of
we
people-
pick up on that you just here for a free meal, like, well, shoot, you owe me something too then.
Well, listen, what I'm telling you is
I need some more
90%, 90% of relationships nowadays are from online,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so it's possible, and in fairness to women and to men,
Mm-hmm.
who you see on that app might not be who show up.
It's some mud ducks out here. They don't look like that in person, for real, for real.
They
And
might
women,
not
y'all quick. And men, go get you a man weave.
Do
Go get
something. Quit catfishing
You
women.
can cheat too.
You can.
Listen, man, women, y'all leave these men alone about these man units.
Right.
Because y'all got units. Disguises. If you got more than 2 wigs, you got disguises. Okay? So don't be tripping because these men going to get these units. I'm going to go get me a unit beard.
He want a fake beard so bad.
Honey, what I need,
We
man? I
gonna
wanna
do
grow a
GoFundMe
beard, man.
For Turkey, for his trip to Turkey for a
I can't grow no
beard.
beard, bro.
But what I'm saying is, if you are going out on a first date or anything like that with a person, there is no expectation of sex. That's number one. But you know rather early if you want to be with that person or not.
I believe that.
If you don't, they cool, but you don't have like
a vibe,
but it feel more like a friend kind of situation.
No, your juice. Because you ain't drunk that all.
I have drunk it.
Oh, you were drinking? That was a good mix.
It was delicious. It was delicious. If you know we ain't vibing like that, tell him, man, we ain't vibing, but I got somebody for you.
And you cool as it.
Share. Give him to somebody else, because you probably got a girlfriend that might be perfect for him.
Right.
Just because he wasn't for you, don't mean he ain't perfect for somebody else. And that's all I'm saying. With the fellas, you got go out with this chick and she's super cool, but there's not that fire, that attraction that need to be there.
And she ain't give you that
Right. Give them away. Give them to somebody else.
Let's see if the homie can get the
Right. They feel awful about it. Because what do it for me might not do it for my friend. You know, we all have different interests.
True.
And what we are attracted to, who we like, and all of those things. And so the main thing I wanted to say in that is
sharing is caring.
give them away. Or like don't hold on to something just so you can have something. Don't do that. And because the dating pool is kind of tight out here. So,
man,
anyway.
Appreciate it, Jonathan, man. Much
Thank
love,
you,
bro.
Jonathan. I appreciate you getting it. So, Jonathan is giving us a rave review on our book,
Yeah,
Audacious
man.
Intimacy. If you hadn't already gotten
Y'all
it,
gotta
please
get the book, man.
go and get the book. And please subscribe, share, like,
talk to us, man.
us.
For
Thank you
real,
so
man.
much
We
for
love
the
getting these
comments.
questions. We print these questions out and we read them off, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, thank y'all for supporting it.
We appreciate you so much.
Yo, we got a speaking engagement coming up March 8th. Shout out to Mojo, Moncherie Jones. Yo, it's been a blessing. We got some good stuff brewing, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all might see us on a bigger screen coming up soon. We don't know. We working on some things. So, you know, y'all keep showing up.
Where you can, Brandon, you can go to Amazon and get the book, or you can go to www.lovejonescoaching.com and get the book. It's available on Amazon with the soft cover, or available as an e-reader. We have gotten so many good comments and feedbacks from our lives doing these, as well as the book. But I have to say, last week's episode, or maybe the week before, it was last week's episode, where we talked about mental health in our community with men. We've gotten so many calls from people who said thank you.
Yeah.
They appreciated having that conversation. I want to make sure that every time you guys are within the sound of my voice, I'm saying check on each other.
Check on your strong friends.
Check on each other. Check on each other.
You know, man, I appreciate this platform with my wife and what we're doing, man. It just feels good to put some positive energy out there. Man, we got so much negativity out there, y'all. Let's just keep it positive. Let's keep loving each other, loving on each other, supporting, showing up, all the things, you know what I mean? It means so much. Man, I love Nashville. This is my place, man. And being
thank
able
you for bringing me here.
I ain't had no choice. I was gonna holler at you and get you anyway. But at the end of the day, you know, thank y'all for the support and give us something to talk about. You know what I mean? Y'all got some topics y'all want us to touch on? Holler at us. We definitely gonna put it out there. And I ain't gonna snitch and tell who sent it. You know what I mean?
No, we don't tell.
I ain't gonna tell on you. So y'all ask us anything, you know, because it makes us dig deep. We start researching. We want to find the right information for y'all. And we're going to throw our little tidbits in there and let you know what we think and how we feel about it. But at the end of the day, we want to be positive and informative, giving the information that we need to continue to be successful in our relationships. I pose the challenge to all you other relationship clubs out there, you marriage clubs and everybody else. Ain't nobody got back with me, and I see y'all. So I'm going to call all of y'all because I got your damn numbers. And I said I want to challenge y'all to a kickball tournament.
Spring.
In the spring. All you married. And so what I want to do is a draft. So all y'all couples and singles that want to get down and be in this kickball tournament, holla at us, because we're going to set up a draft night. We're going to draft y'all to each of these relationship platforms. All right? I ain't playing with y'all. I'm cold in kickball. You know what I mean? So I think it would be a cool community building platform for us all. Big time support for these relationships. We got too many arms out here for us to be failing in our relationships, y'all. Mm-hmm. Got too many platforms for us to fail. Mm-hmm. Let's win. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's win. And let's hold each other accountable in our households, all right?
I'm going to hold you accountable, baby. And I'm going to hold myself accountable.
I'm going to hold D'Angelo upside down.
You leave that man alone.
Oh, my bad, D'Angelo. Listen. We love y'all too, Brian. We love y'all too, man. So listen, dog. Until next Sunday, we will be on the road. We're going to try to get one in. So we can't promise next Sunday. We're going to try to get one in. So if y'all see us on here, y'all jump in. Yes. We're going to be traveling. So keep supporting. And it's this little stars thing on there. Mm-hmm. Y'all hit that little stars thing on there, man. And let's see what happens. I want to see what happens.
Can somebody hit it real quick?
Hit the star on there, man. Oh, he and Luann, Jonathan and Luann.
Yeah, I know
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's my family.
That's fam. All right, so y'all start hitting that star on there. Give us some love. Young lady on here, Miss Belkis, what's up?
Hey, Belkis.
Yeah, keep showing that love, y'all. Hey, we out of this joint, Irma. We love you too. Mwah! You know what I mean? That's how we doing it, baby. So, hey, we love being happy and fun with y'all. Let's keep it going. Yeah. Y'all be easy. Love y'all, family.